The emergency beacon had been broadcasting for 3 standard hours when Chief Engineer Marcus Chen finally tracked its source to the debris field orbiting Kepler 442b. What he found there defied every protocol in the Terran Space Corps manual. The alien vessel was unlike anything in the databases. Organic curves melded with crystalline structures, pulsing with bioluminescent veins that suggested the ship was as much alive as constructed. But it was dying. Massive hull breaches vented, atmosphere into the void, and the distress signal grew weaker by the minute. "This is Terran vessel Prometheus," Marcus transmitted. "We're responding to your distress call." The reply came in accented but clear standard. "Human vessel, I am Queen Zarathus of the Luminari. My ship is failing. I require assistance." Marcus had studied 17 different alien species during his engineering training, but the Luminari weren't among them. First contact protocols demanded he report to command immediately. Instead, he found himself saying, "Permission to come aboard, Your Majesty. I'm an engineer." When the airlock cycled open, Marcus stepped into a world of living architecture. The walls breathed gently, their surfaces rippling with soft light. But the beauty was marred by obvious damage. Dark veins where the bioluminescence had failed, structural supports that sagged ominously. Queen Zarathus awaited him in what appeared to be the ship's heart. She stood 7 feet tall, her form humanoid but distinctly alien, skin that shimmered between blue and silver, elongated limbs that moved with liquid grace, and most strikingly, a complex chest plate that seemed grown rather than manufactured. The plate was cracked, its inner mechanisms visible through the fractures. "Your ship responded when others would not," she said, her voice carrying harmonics that resonated in Marcus's chest. "The hegemony forces damaged my vessel's neural cortex. Without repair, both ship and pilot will perish." Marcus approached cautiously, his scanner revealing impossible technology. The chest plate wasn't just armor. It was a biological interface, connecting the Queen directly to her ship's systems. Neural pathways ran through crystalline conduits, creating a symbiotic relationship between pilot and vessel. "This is incredible," Marcus breathed. "You're not just flying the ship, you are the ship." "The Luminari evolved this way over millennia," Zarathus explained, her expression pained. "But the neural feedback from the damage is overwhelming. I cannot maintain the connection much longer." Marcus studied the intricate mechanisms. Human engineering was robust, built to withstand abuse and remain functional. This was different, elegant, efficient, but fragile. The damaged pathways were self-healing, but too slowly. The Queen would die before repairs completed naturally. "I need to access the primary neural cluster," Marcus said, reaching for his tools. "But I've never worked with living technology before." "Few have," the Queen replied softly. "The interface points are here, and here." She indicated locations on her chest plate with trembling fingers. "But human, you must understand. This connection runs deeper than mechanics. You will feel what I feel, see what I see." Marcus hesitated. Every regulation screamed against this level of involvement with alien technology. But the Queen's breathing was growing labored, her skin losing its shimmer. "Tell me what to do." As his tools made contact with the neural pathways, Marcus gasped. Suddenly he could sense the ship around them, not just its structure but its pain. The vessel's distress flooded through him like a living thing's agony. He understood now why the Queen was suffering. She wasn't just connected to the ship, she was feeling its wounds as her own. "Careful," Zarathus whispered as he worked on a particularly complex junction. "That part's sensitive." Marcus steadied his hands, drawing on 20 years of engineering experience. Human technology was different, but the principles remained the same. Energy needed pathways, systems required balance, and everything could be fixed if you understood how it worked. Working by instinct as much as knowledge, he began rerouting damaged neural pathways through backup channels. Where luminary bioengineering had grown in organic curves, Marcus created precise geometric solutions. Where their systems flowed like water, he built bridges like the steel frameworks of Earth. The ship responded immediately, Lights flickered back to life throughout the vessel. The gentle breathing of the walls grew stronger. Through the neural link, Marcus felt the Queen's relief like a warm wave. "Remarkable," she said, watching him work. "You approach the problem so directly." Luminary engineers would spend days consulting the ship's preferences, seeking harmony. "You simply fix." "Different doesn't mean wrong," Marcus replied, making final adjustments. "Your people created something beautiful here. Sometimes beautiful things just need a little practical engineering to keep working." As he completed the repairs, the neural link faded, but not before Marcus caught a glimpse of the Queen's thoughts. Gratitude, yes, but also curiosity about the strange human who had fearlessly interfaced with alien technology. "Your ship will heal naturally from here," Marcus reported, sealing his tools away. "The pathways I created will hold until your biosystems can grow proper replacements." Queen Zarathis stood straighter, her skin regaining its lustrous shimmer. Around them, the ship hummed with renewed vitality. "You have saved not just my life but my people's way of existence," she said formally. "The Luminary will remember this debt." As Marcus prepared to return to his ship, the Queen added quietly, "Your species intrigues me, human. We have encountered many races, but none who would risk themselves so readily for a stranger. Perhaps that is your greatest strength." Marcus paused at the airlock. "Maybe. Or maybe we just understand that sometimes the universe is broken and somebody needs to fix it." Through the viewports, both vessels moved away from the debris field, each carrying word of the other back to their respective civilizations. First contact had been made, not through diplomacy or warfare, but through the simple human impulse to help someone in need.